There's something about walking into the garden that feeds my soul. It's not just my body. It's that nurturing, it's the greenness, it's the fact that I'm actually sharing a garden space with a whole lot of people too. And we all trust each other. And although you have the occasional little incident, which you're going to have with any community garden, there's this thing where somebody will say, I've got too many of these. Here, do you like these? Can you use them? And I'll swap something from my garden when it's ready. That kind of sharing brings a kind of a sense of community and a sense of connectedness to other people that you don't get any other way. One of the problems with the garden is trying to maintain a continuity throughout the winter when you can't grow things in the garden. And how do you continue the community so that people will continue working together? And crafts are one way to do that also reaches beyond language and other barriers, just as the garden does and as eating does.
We are engaged and we're involved continuously because, first of all, we're a family that meets once a week, that are doing things that we enjoy, which is planting and growing things. And not only that, we've been able to bond as a unit and as a strong unit, because by bonding we found that we could help each other, and that camaraderie then all of a sudden goes outside of the garden, because the camaraderie is built inside, but we're able to take it outside and the friendships become so much deeper.
They're different. We have now Spanish, we have a lot more Iraqi, we have a lot more Indians who come out, who want to participate in the project, who want to do things. We try to get along more with the Iraqi community. We try to see from their side, especially when we're having events, we try to update them through we try to interpret in their language, working with them over the years has changed a lot, because usually they wouldn't walk up to me and said hi, or they just hold on their head and go. Now they'll hand me a candy. So, and that make it for me, a candy do a lot to me, because you usually pass me and never say a word, and you coming up to me now and handing me a candy, walking through the gates, that telling me I have reached you in certain ways. So that do a lot.
So I can tell you exactly what we suggest. So we have something called the Rule of Five. I think it's actually a common thing, but the idea of it is that anytime you're starting any kind of project, so community garden projects included, it's really great and important to have 5 committed members who are really passionate and committed to seeing that project through. And so that way the burden doesn't fall on just kind of one passionate person or one amazing teacher, because when that person leaves, you don't want to risk the entire project falling through. So that's one thing. From the get-go, just have a good group of committed people. And then do your research. I mean, check in with your community, ask questions, go to the schools, go to the community centers, present the idea and see what kind of traction you gain. And along the way, you might actually find some of those champions that could be part of that committee of 5. When you're a community garden organizer, just being conscious of the difference between this kind of top-down idea of garden experts and workshop leaders and these kind of other ways to solicit knowledge of the group as a whole. And so your role isn't really about leading a workshop or leading a space, but really facilitating a space where everybody's knowledge can be valued.